Hello, everyone. Let's talk about how economies can be and have been in history intentionally destroyed. So, we've heard about the price controls proposed by Vice President Kamala Harris, who's currently running for president. And we know how price controls can easily empty shelves, and we know that they leave companies with zero profit margins, right? Now, a lot of news outlets have referred to it as communism because we've already seen this throughout history, and it has devastated economies worldwide and left people hungry, waiting in soup lines, just trying to get food. So let's get into it. Now, this has been slammed by people who are in politics and the media alike. So this is something that I'm not even criticizing just myself, but it is interesting to talk about. Let's open this article right here. So Wall Street, they're wanting more signs that the consumers in the US are still spending. So they're looking for the needle in the haystack. They're trying to just say, okay, we know everything is looking bad in the economy, but let's just nitpick a little information, just one little statistic that says, all right, there's something positive, right? Just like with the fast food industry, they're like, all right, well, our sales are looking terrible, but maybe we can drop this little $5 combo to make it look like we're getting sales. Well, I mean, newsflash, your food tastes like trash anyways. It gives people cancer and diabetes. It shouldn't cost more than a couple bucks to begin with. But, who am I to say anything? Now, we take a look, and right here, I'm just going to go on Google for you guys, and you can do this yourself. Search Federal Reserve website, and it takes you obviously to the Federal Reserve website, .gov. So what I did was I wanted to show you about something that we all talk about, and it's been done already in countries around the world: a central bank digital currency. A centralized digital currency that they can control, that they can track what you do, what you buy, when you buy it, how much you buy. Now, it says, why is it considering a CBDC? It's studying how a CBDC could improve on an already safe and efficient US domestic payment system. So what they can do is they can intentionally destroy the economy. They can literally create the problem. They can see how people react to the economy. They can see people are not spending money. They can literally crash the economy as they are. And then they can provide a fake solution that they literally created because they're the problem to begin with. And they have people voting in this election with politicians that caused the problem in the first place. So, as we see, they're already considering it in the US, and it's already been studied and talked about. So, a lot of people have asked this question to me, and it's been talked about with other people on the internet. Would it protect my privacy? So, let's talk about this. A CBDC needs to be designed with certain rules. This means a CBDC intermediary would need to verify the identity of a person accessing a CBDC, just as banks or other financial institutions currently verify the identities of their customers. And they're trying to, give you the runaround. Pretty much, there is going to be no privacy. They're going to know who you are, and they need to know your identity, just like any institution or bank. So there goes your answer. And they already give it to you on their official website, which nobody's going to look up. So, on the White House, they released their comprehensive framework for the development of digital assets, and we can already see that they have created the framework, and they're currently in the process of, doing it for digital assets. I'm sure many of you have heard of FedNow, the instant payment systems, and these instant payment systems are going to allow for instant transactions not only domestically but internationally. So let's keep it moving. Aurora, Colorado, shut down apartment complex. Owners blame Venezuelan gangs for building's condition. So we had actual residents who had to pay rent and be responsible tenants. A lot of these people were literally just kicked out with short notice, and the complex got taken over by gangs of illegal immigrants. And because of that, people who actually lived there responsibly had to get kicked out, and They had to scramble for a place to live if they even were able to find one. And they just had to deal with the fact that these gangs took over. And authorities did nothing to get these gangs out. Also, we need to talk about this Minnesota governor, and we all know who he's running with for president and vice president right now. Free healthcare and college education for illegal immigration, illegal aliens. So earlier, if we seen this interview with the Michigan governor Gretchen Whitmer, she also is in favor of this as well. Driver licenses, free college, giving it to people who are not even Americans. Meanwhile, American citizens have to pay for college, struggle with rent, inflation, everything, low income. However, people who just decide to come here, they're getting free VIP treatment. So, it is the situation that we are dealing with. And just before the election, as people get ready to vote, we see the publicity stunt of the current administration making it so that they look like they're actually getting the job done, right? Statistics show lowest southwest border encounters in nearly 4 years. So, by a miracle, the southern border is actually looking pretty decent out of nowhere. However, just get them back in office in November, and you'll see what happens for another 4 years. After January, you will see what happens. Now, as we're giving these illegals free everything, once they come into the country, they don't even have to sneak in anymore. They're just walking right in, getting able to vote, healthcare, hotels, you name it. Matter of fact, they're even getting 20% down on homes, which I wish I could get. Wow. This is the U.S. debt clock. You can see the national debt just keeps going up quick and quick. It's at $35 trillion right now. You can see how much money we're spending. And this is intentional. People think that these politicians are incompetent, they're dumb, they don't know what they're doing. Oh no, these people are smart. Smarter than probably you and I am. Because if we were smart, we would have already done something to fix this issue. We would have already addressed this. However, they continue to do this intentionally, and there's nothing coincidental about any of this. We have economies around the world slowing down. There's been recessions that they don't want to admit are recessions. They try to make it seem like everything is A-okay, right? They just nitpick any numbers and statistics. The UK, China youth unemployment, and this is of August 16th of 2024. Youth unemployment jumps to 17.1% in July. So there's people in China just sitting around chilling, not making any money, just, getting, barely, I don't even think they're getting by. They're just sitting in the streets. Man, I seen some videos on TikTok where we had groups of people sitting in the grocery stores just getting air conditioner because it was so hot over there. And I'm just assuming that they didn't have air conditioner in their homes and probably couldn't afford to go out and buy them. So that's the situation over there. A Denver UBI program allowed a Native American woman experiencing homelessness to pay her bills and attend college. Now, this isn't about the woman being Native American, right? This is obviously about the UBI program. So this program has been done in states across the country, red and blue states, so it's not really about political party. And it's been done around countries throughout the world. And this is to show people that this is really a worldwide agenda, and we're starting to see the rollout of artificial intelligence, automation. I'm sure a lot of you have seen videos of robots taking jobs that people do. We've seen servers, we've seen them in warehouses. So this is nothing that just came out of nowhere, right? Starting to slowly see it come out. And as this technology advances, they're going to take more jobs. I've seen them drive forklifts, I've seen them weld. So it's pretty scary how quick this technology is advancing, right? We even have the guy from Twitter, or X now, Elon Musk, who also owns SpaceX, come out and say this.
It's hard, when there's new technology, it tends to usually follow an S curve. In this case, we're going to be on the exponential portion of the S curve for a long time. we have to, like, so you'll be able to ask for anything. It won't be, and we won't have universal basic income. We'll have universal high income. So in some sense, it'll be somewhat of a leveler, an equalizer, because really, I think everyone will have access to this magic genie.
Oh, well, you see, so they're making it seem like everybody's just going to have an abundance, right? Abundance of money, abundance of goods. I mean, they're just trying to sell it to you as some type of pipe dream, even though has anybody's life improved in the last 5 years? I mean, nobody's life has gotten better. The cost of goods has tripled, quadrupled, rents have gone up, wages haven't gone up. So they're trying to sell this whole AI narrative as if it's great. Hasn't really done much to benefit people, and it's taken jobs from people. We have people coming into the country that are taking taxpayer dollars and undermining jobs. And what they do is they'll take a job from somebody, from an American who needs, $20 plus to make ends meet. And these people who are getting free housing and medical and all of that, they're willing to work for half of that, $10 an hour, because they don't got to pay for anything. So that's really the situation that we're dealing with. And once they completely destroy the current financial system intentionally, all they really have to do is just say, all right, well, we screwed this up. We did it by accident. We didn't mean to screw it all up. But what we can do is we can provide a digital solution where we can monitor and track everything and surveil it. That way, we can make everything more organized. So that's exactly what's going to be the plan. And people are not going to have any type of resources. They're not going to own anything. It's going to be a subscription economy where you'll be too broke to own anything. It'll be like Netflix. You have to pay month to month. And if you can't afford it, you'll just be on the streets like everyone else, right? Just look at California. Look at New York now. You walk in Manhattan, you're going to see people all on the streets. It's a shame, but this is the society that they're creating. So, I mean, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.